So that's what truth is. This is what I'm learning about truth because everybody's like, I have a truth. What is true? What isn't? Blah, blah, blah. So to me, this is what truth is. Truth is something that you experience because in the word experience, you have experiment. So you have to experiment on these truths that you're learning from people that you think are credible, i.e., hence Santos. Love that brother. Amazing wisdom and knowledge, and he's just like we've talked. He's to me, he's a godsend. Um, where was it? Oh, but there's a lot of things that when I first started walking this path and trying to understand this knowledge that people are talking about, I'm like, man, that sounds so real. But how would I know it's real if I didn't experiment it on myself? So that's what you have to do. Just like Alberto said, if you come across a truth, like if somebody tells you, hey, stop eating meat and find out what it does to you. And then when you see you do change for the better, that's what truth is.
Yeah,
You just found
experimentation.
experimentation.
Experimentation. You
You
have to.
have to experiment.
You know what's funny? A lot of people don't know what science means, and I always say it. I always try to say it when I make a video. Science is the study and the observation of the natural world, and then you test it, and that's how you get results. So
Okay.
I did that, and I can only talk for myself. It helped me. It's helped a lot of people, but the only way to find out is to do it yourself. That's the best advice I can give you is try for yourself, do your own research and find out.
Yeah, do anything that you see out there. You see, like I just mentioned, grounding. Go out there and walk barefooted for half an hour and see how you feel, and come back and tell me. You have to try these things. You can't take things as face value because you're never going to grasp the real meaning or feeling of what truth is. But when you do it for yourself and you see that you're changing not only mentally, physically, but spiritually, the Trinity, you're going to be like, wow, it's a truth that now is yours that nobody can take away. And you know it's real instead of just what 90% of people do is just listen to things. They're like, okay, that sounds true. But how do you know it's true? Like you said, you have to do your research, you have to experiment. And if you break that word down even more, experiment, it's X. It's the letter X. And when you turn that X, it's the cross. So when you're experimenting, who you're experimenting on yourself, we are the cross.
Mhm.
You see what I mean? So it's very simple. These things are very simple. It's just that what do you want? What do people really want in life? You know what I mean? I've come to the point now where I've had money, cars, houses. I've done it all. You know what I mean? But none of that was satisfying me. And then when I stopped eating meat and I started doing protocols, and I've always been a researcher. I was raised in the church, did the whole religious thing, did the whole law of attraction thing. Like being a Capricorn, we're like on a steady climb. And I had to go through these things, through these lessons, because I'm a person is that when I'm going through something, my head is in it trying to understand what the truth is in it. And then when I find out that it's not true, then it's on to the next. You see what I'm saying? But I do all these experiments on myself. And if anybody has any questions, if anybody wants to, contact me, he'll leave the links or whatever, but I can share what I do. But I know it's true because I've done it on myself and it works. I'm 43 years old, super healthy, you know, have the most energy that I've had since
You
I
don't
was a
look
young.
43. You don't look 43, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I am 43. And it's because of doing certain things the right way and having the correct intention, because that plays a big role too. You have to have intention with integrity. Whatever it is that you're doing, speaking, teaching, walking, eating, you have to do it with integrity. You have to do it, and it's going to show. Like you don't even have to speak words. You see what I mean? So when you're doing the right things and you're continuing to progress, that's all it is. It's all progression, you guys. Baby steps. For some people can stop eating meat like this, cold turkey. For some, it's a transition. Some people go to fish, or little by little. But as long as you continue to progress, guess what's going to end up happening? Your energetic constitution is going to change, and the ether now is going to bless you with information that you would have never been able to assimilate if you're eating meat. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one.
I know, man. That happened to me the moment I start. I was one of those that stopped completely. Like I did it for 2 weeks to try it out. Then I went back and I ate chicken again. And then I said, okay, let me just do it one more time. And then the second time I did it, it just my mind just went places. I was thinking like never before. I was getting downloads and information. And then when I started sharing it with people, it got to the point that people were not understanding me. So I realized that it's not just what you eat. Like there was this guy, I forgot who it was, that you not only have to be a vegetarian, but you gotta be a peopletarian, you know,
I like that. I like that.
which means that you have to filter out who you give your energy to. Not everyone is there for your highest good. And it's not hating them or, it's just saying, I love you, brother, but from far, you know, just give your energy to whoever is at your level and then just keep rising from there. That's what I did. That's how you can connect with people. That's how people find each other based on my own experience. But it's like you said, you're a Capricorn, right? And Capricorn is all about discipline. I know because I watch people. That's one of the blessings that I have. I can see people and I can see their energy. Capricorn has that discipline. And if you have discipline in anything you do, you can find success. I had to discipline myself. I don't have that Capricorn energy. So I went through a lot of transformation and a lot of things that taught me to, you want this, well, stay on that path and keep walking and keep doing it. And going back to grounding, like you said, it's funny how if we look at an electrician, right, when you doing the wiring for a house, you have a positive, a negative, and a green cable, which is a grounding. So if you don't ground the energy, it's not balanced and you can have problems. So the same thing happens in the body when you're not grounding your energy. You have like short circuits and problems left and right and illnesses because the body needs to release the toxins. I know because I did it. So you're right
Right.
on point, man.
It's these are yeah, and these are and that's what I'm saying. These aren't things that we're making up, you guys. These aren't we're like myself, I'm rediscovering it. This has been here since the beginning of time. You understand what I'm saying? People are we're in the age of Aquarius where um things that are hidden are going to be flip-flopped around. That's as you can see the energy, like, let's just talk about politicians and news. People are getting busted left and right. And it's not because people are getting busted left and right, is we're in the age of Aquarius. Anything that is hidden is going to be known. Aquarius has that energy. It's and you would know that, Alberto, because just like you said, like you can see things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're that's one of my gifts. Like there's a lot of people who are like they say they're empaths or they're able to go into the spirit realm. People have different gifts and talents. I don't have those, to be honest. Really, what one of my true gifts and talents is awareness and perception. And I've been like that since young because my father was a Marine and that's how he raised me. So even though I got the physical energy of being aware, now in the spiritual, it's even more sharpened because I've always been aware. And that's what it is, you guys. We're not special. Raphael, nothing special. Alberto, nothing special. We're
Just
all the
like
same. We're all the same. But what it is that you have to work on your awareness. And that's what people are lacking. This is what they call sheeple. This is what they call people the walking dead who are just sleeping, just going with the flow, competing with the Joneses. You guys aren't aware and perceiving of what's going on around you in every certain moment in time. When you start tapping into that energy, that's when you really start to seeing the veiling come down and you get to see, okay, all right, something's wrong with that. Or you look at a video, there's something wrong there. So you have to work on it. And that's one of my gifts. And still to this day, I'm still sharpening that skill. But I'm very aware and I'm very perceptive. And that just comes with the Capricornian energy as well. We're very structured, we're very disciplined, straight and narrow. And there was something what I wanted to talk about was just lost my train of thought. But I was trying to go back to the Phoenix because uh there was something I was speaking on the Phoenix that was tying into this, and I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it.
the cycle.
Oh, that's what it is. So you guys understand the math. So you got to understand this. So when you understand arithmetic, now it's called mathematics. Numbers don't lie. This is how this universe is created. Numbers and letters. Period. That's how God consciousness is portrayed in this physical reality. Symbols, letters, numbers. Um, the way this guy Archaics was able to come up with the next Phoenix, which is coming in 2040,